Servius Tullius was the sixth king of ancient Rome and one of the most transformative rulers in the city's early history, whose reign fundamentally redefined the structure of Roman society by introducing systems that linked citizenship, military duty, and political power into a single, highly organized framework. Unlike earlier kings who relied primarily on aristocratic support and traditional authority, Servius Tullius is portrayed in Roman tradition as a ruler of unusual and even controversial origin, with stories claiming that he was either born into servitude or brought into the royal household as a child of uncertain lineage. This ambiguity in his background became a powerful narrative element, emphasizing that his rise to power was not based on noble birth, but on perceived divine favor and exceptional ability, most famously illustrated by the omen in which flames were seen surrounding his head without harming him, a sign interpreted by Tanaquil as proof that he was destined for kingship. Servius Tullius's accession to the throne was itself a carefully managed political act that demonstrated both strategic intelligence and the importance of perception in early Roman politics, as Tanaquil concealed the death of Lucius Tarquinius Priscus and presented Servius as acting king until his authority became firmly established. This maneuver prevented rival factions, particularly the sons of the previous king Ancus Marcius, from immediately challenging his rule, allowing Servius to consolidate power during a critical transitional moment. Once in control, he quickly moved beyond mere survival and began implementing reforms that would permanently alter the political and social fabric of Rome, showing that his rule was driven by a clear and ambitious vision. At the heart of Servius Tullius's reforms was the introduction of the Census, a groundbreaking administrative innovation that systematically recorded the wealth and status of Roman citizens, enabling the state to organize taxation, military service, and political participation with unprecedented precision. This system divided citizens into classes based on property ownership and assigned them to centuries, which functioned both as military units and as voting blocks within the comitia centuriata, thereby creating a direct connection between a citizen's economic capacity, military responsibility, and political influence. By doing so, Servius shifted Rome away from a purely lineage-based system toward a more flexible but still hierarchical structure in which new groups could gain influence through wealth and service rather than birth alone. This reorganization had profound implications for Roman society, as it expanded the concept of citizenship and integrated a broader segment of the population into the state's functioning, while still preserving a clear hierarchy that favored the wealthiest classes. The voting structure of the Centuriate Assembly ensured that those who contributed the most to the military, primarily the upper classes, held the greatest political power, reflecting a pragmatic balance between inclusivity and control. This system would later become a cornerstone of the Roman Republic, demonstrating the lasting impact of Servius Tullius's reforms on Roman political development. Servius Tullius also undertook major urban and defensive projects that physically reshaped the city of Rome, most notably the construction of the Servian Wall, which enclosed a much larger area than before and brought multiple hills and communities within a single fortified boundary. This project not only enhanced Rome's security against external threats, but also symbolized its transition into a unified and organized urban center with a clear territorial identity. By defining the city's limits and strengthening its defenses, Servius reinforced the idea of Rome as a cohesive entity rather than a loose collection of settlements. In addition to his political and military achievements, Servius Tullius played a crucial role in shaping Rome's religious and diplomatic landscape, particularly through the establishment of the Temple of Diana on the Aventine Hill, which served as a shared sanctuary for the Latin League. This temple was not merely a religious site, but a symbol of Rome's leadership among the Latin communities, reflecting Servius's broader strategy of using religion as a tool for political integration and alliance building. His policies consistently emphasized unity, both within Rome and among its neighbors, positioning the city as a central power in the region.